Hey everybody, Chris Coleman here, certified hand therapist for helpforthehand.com, and today's topic is one that is near and dear to my heart, and it is called bowler's thumb. And the incidence of this is not very often. We don't see it, and it only happens in people who bowl, and not only for people who bowl, but have to be 10-pin bowlers. Duck pin bowlers usually don't get this condition. So why am I talking about this today if it happens so infrequently and we don't see it very often? One, it's a documented hand condition and diagnosis that we do see, so it is quite relevant for helpforthehand.com. But more importantly, I do this today, February 8th, 2018, as a tribute to my grandfather, who is alive and kicking and still bowling 10-pin, and it's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Edward. I love you very much, and you have been an inspirational person and a very important person in my life. So I thank you for all that. So getting down to the nitty-gritty, bowler's thumb. If you think about how a 10-pin ball, a 14-ounce, pound ball is structured with 2 finger holes and 1 thumb hole as they hold the ball. And if that thumb hole is too tight, or if bowlers try and put a lot of spin on that ball, it'll sit and grind, and you get a frictional rubbing or a compression of the ulnar nerve side, the ulnar-sided nerve, digital nerve that sits right here. And these bowlers, as their series of 3 games goes on, or in general, start to get numbness and tingling here in their thumb, and they beat up that nerve. It's not something what happened at once. It happens over the course of thousands and thousands and thousands of frames and practice frames, and that wears and tears on that area, and it just beats up that nerve. So what you can do is you can try and ice that area after you're done bowling. There's different pads and things that bowlers will put in there, or you try and make the thumb hole a little bit bigger. But as I've found out from my grandfather, from talking to him years and years of bowling, bowlers are often very particular about their ball and about the thumb holes and things like that. So many of them don't like to open that up too much because it gets too much wiggle. So it just gets beat up sometimes. Sometimes they have to surgically go in there and kind of scrape that nerve or fix it up because it just gets beat up. But there are some things that you can do, and if you do suffer from this, I'm sure your local bowling alley or some people that do that will have some tips and home remedies and things. There's some tapes and pads and things you can put on there as well. And there's also some braces and things that you can wear while you're playing that can help, obviously, with that condition. So if you have any issues with this, please make sure to email me at jchriscoleman@gmail.com, or check out the website, helpforthehand.com. And there's a nice article up there in regards to this, so you can learn a little bit more about the condition. So I thank you for tuning in. Happy birthday, Gramp. Just the other day, the man bowled a 521 series. He had a 194 in there. He had his clunker, which he always has, which was about 148, and then it's something in the 170s. But phenomenal, phenomenal. He had a 200 average into his 90s for sure, and remarkable. He, in one time, did flirt with a 300 game. The whole house went quiet, and he was on his last ball after throwing 12 in a row, and unfortunately he left the 4-pin. And I can tell you, Gramp, as I've told you often, if I ever see that 4-pin in an alley, dark alley, it's going down. Love you, Gramp. Take care.